Maybe I
think one in a mid-jaw. You can't jump. You know which one to do.
my case never fit.
Salam, Israel. I.S.U.P.K big on that 1 West. It's so small. 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This one. Is the most high God of Israel answering your prayers at this time? Is the God of the Bible answering your prayers now? Who do say? Is the God of the Bible answering your prayers now? In this time, answering our prayers now? At this time?
That's a concert.
You say yes? So are we praying tonight? That's what one way to look at it. I'm going to check the volume button for me. Turn it up. COVID-19. We are seeing where our people, getting some relief from some of the other atrocities that have been hammering our people over the times. They let them out, have been let out the cages, the Northern Kingdom. They're not free, they want to free the world. They let them out because they don't want COVID-19 turn our people. Many of them tested for COVID-19. The murdering of so because of that now, we see where and also church doors closed. Yeah, man, no molesting of the boy. When you tell people that the laws are done away with, what do you expect to get? Murderers, gunslingers. If the laws are done away with, so no one, the doors are closed. No one preaching that against our people. But at the same time, our people dying like, I don't know what, in America, that's a majority of, that could be. But anyway, their news says that majority of the deaths are black people. And it's Finland went into Europe to where it comes second on, right on the most high people. Why? Disobedience. Yeah, being stiff-necked. Come on. Can you imagine this thing started amongst your oppressors and you're there saying, yay, and it come right onto you. Well, you know, I'm not saying that it's not exempted for anybody. Anybody can catch it. But why is it that our people dying the most? Tell me why. Yeah.
Could it be
A little closer home, you find that our people are living basically the worst conditions that has been meted out by the oppressor. The American Surgeon General spoke of it, you know, talk about the generational housing, meaning that houses pass on from the generation to generation. And of course, you know what he's talking about. The project. We have several persons being crammed in these small apartments. So he's saying that those are some of the cause. You know, blacks have a drug and alcoholic problem. That's one of the cause. Um, there's the atrocities that has been, all those now is coming back on us. Yeah, man. Showing us how sick of a people we are. Yeah, man. We are sick from head to toe. And it's not what the most I wanted. Oh, you know it's not what the most I want. And since we are not a nation again, so to speak. Boy, I tell you, these things plague us left, right, center. But we online. Right now, our what time is it? After 3. Our curfew out here has started. We are now under curfew. Well, guess what? Some countries it's 24-hour curfew. The curfew is 24 hours. We still not out the light of a total lockdown. But the cases are 2, 3. But our people feel it as well because, I mean, if the motor is moving against sinners, remember, you know, our Bible says that the motor is not partial. So what I tell you? If our people are in sin, like the heathen, what? You think you're going to kill them out and leave them? You don't like sinners. Kill them out and kill you too, or kill us too. Alright, give me Isaiah 1 and 2.
from the book of Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2. Hear, O heaven, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
Alright, so the Most High is saying that He has nourished and has brought up children. What do you mean by nourish and bring up children? Who is he speaking about?
Israel, sir?
Right, the Israelite. 12 tribes. And how did he nourish the 12 tribes?
Would it be Him giving us the law, statutes, and commandments as a guide?
Exactly. Giving us the way to live. he still turn against him. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and have brought up children. Now this is like you bring up your own child or children, and they turn against you. When they reach the age that they turn against you, it's like he is the same way, no. I tell you, the most I have feelings too. That is why both we are so, because we are disobedient. So he said that he has nourished children and has brought them up, and they are what? Rebelled against him. How have we rebelled against him? What rebellion?
By not following his laws that is commandments.
What is rebellion? You know, I don't Google or so on this dictionary. Armed resistance. It's so strong, we go against the most high. It's like we take up arms. And what's the arms we take up? Idolatry. Listening to the other nation. Following the other nation. Following their laws. Rather than following the laws that the Most High has sent against us. Sent set for us. Right. Now, he gave us laws to make us separate. And you know, you ever have the children and you cook good food for them. You cook good food for them. Yeah. You make your fruit juice. I got a road and where you see put on for your fruit juice and never drink it. Bag juice and sugar and water. Yeah. Like the other children. You don't want the good food that you prepare. That's Israel. That's our relation with the Most High. We don't want the good nourishment that He has given us. So we go to the other people. And every time we follow the other nation, because He has set His laws to make us clean. And every single one uncleanness, they are either committing unclean acts or eating unclean food. So the Most High give us these laws so that we can eradicate disease from among us. But we don't want that. No, we want to. You ever see when the Indians have their, they call it Diwali festival, which they call a festival of light. And they have a lot of pretty things and so on. Everyone, just like Las Vegas. So Las Vegas pretty. That is what kept Israel eyes across the fence all the time. Look over on the other nation and you see these bling lights and pretty things. And say, wow. And we go and follow it. Only to find that there is nothing behind it. You release it. Only. Alright, take me to Baruch 4 and 6. No. Before you go there, so continue to verse 3. Now this is Isaiah's account of the nation of Israel. Isaiah has given a serious account of us. And guess what? For the years that you have been going to church, for the years that you have been in Christianity, They have never broken down these things. As a matter of fact, they don't even want to tell you that you're Israelite. They rather continue with the lie, even when they find it out. Verse 3.
Answer. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth its owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know, my people does not consider.
What an ox?
An animal.
Right, like a cow. And we use for pulling plow. So the ox knows its owner. And the ass, what's an ass?
Donkey.
The male donkey. Yeah. So the donkey is the ass. Know it is master's what?
Crib.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's very safe.
Right. Which people now call them home, their crib. These are talk from long time. So you know it's me right in the Bible. You never hear a white man talk about him crib. So here we talk about our crib. Yeah, I'm going to my crib. And the ass is master's crib. But Israel what?
But Israel does not know, my people does not consider.
Alright, so you take an ox or an ass. They go in the countryside and you see them load up the donkey. You leave that ox in the field and find him home. But Isaiah, the most I true Isaiah is saying, why? Them people are dumber than a horse and than a ox. These two dumb animals know their yard, know their master. But we who have sense don't know our master. Don't even consider what should we be doing.
So they follow also other gods, serving other gods. They are not acknowledging that they are the true Israelites. They have lost their identity.
Alright? So they carry the Bible every week to church. And they only read what the pastor says to read. That's about that fact. Yeah?
But it's not an area that is most likely I know you really reading that is and pastor read to you.
Alright. And you carry the Bible.
And you carry the Bible, but I pastor read to you.
But Israel does not know, Israel does not consider. These people don't read the Bible and get something clicking in the mind to say, look, those Jewish persons, many of them have especially the land, they are not the original people of the land. They realize that. Oh, they see if they are in the land, you would have graves that they can dig up, can study the bone structure, and know that these are not and bones. They can, as a matter of fact, when they just went down there in droves in 1948, skin cancer killed a lot of them from the sun. So a lot of them realized from that time that, hold on, if we shouldn't be dying like this. So we couldn't, many of us understand. But some of these so-called diehard Christians, yeah, I mean, can't they look at these laws and the records and realize that, that this white pride really and truly is wrong. They show them in the Bible, you know, but they still hold up the white rice. So you what I tell you, man reincarnated. These are the same persons in the time of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and the prophets who were in the land.
Still, yeah. This not me really sure because when we read back the Bible and we look and look at the already and covered.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. But many of our persons that are in the church giving trouble and being stiff-necked. Come on. They were the same ones in the land at the time of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and the other prophets. Being just as stiff-necked as they are now. All right, give me Baruch 4 and 6 now.
Answer. The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6.
It should be on the phone, you know. After the New Testament. Blank. Oh.
Baruch, chapter 4.
So, not for our destruction. Continue.
Answer. But because he moved God to wrath.
Yeah. There's some light on this side. This side there is really dark. Not black, that black. So we were sold into slavery unto the nations, continent.
Answer. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not unto God.
That is it.
Because then that's verse 7. Read verse 6.
Verse 6.
Content. Ye were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemy.
All right. So leave the nations alone. And yet still what to do? Oh Jesus, remove this place from me so I can go back to work. To further serve your enemies. Own God. And I lose the roof over my head. So you're saying that the Most High is not able to do all that. I thought the same in essence, you know. Most High can't give it that. It's only the other nation can give it that. But we're praying for things to go back to normal. Go back to normal so you can get to work. And your brothers can continue dying. And your sisters can continue abortion. And you know, much children, much babies' lives to save because of COVID. Yeah, man. Mother would have gone to the abortion clinic, but there's no one there to put up wouldn't have money for this thing there, to pay for reparation. So they find $2 trillion okay. I'm talking, oh well, you know, it could go up to 30. Yeah. They know if you pay reparation to black people, to Israelites, with grandchildren of the slaves. Probably could have destroyed more than everything him want, him can buy. It would be like the lotto, like winning the lotto. And then say the curse of the lotto take care of them. That's not to say that the Persians should not be paid. No, it is paid. They give grants to children, education grants, and so on and so forth. Business grants, business opportunities, always possible. They just want enough for you to stay alive to keep the economy going. You realize that? Yeah. And study back in slavery and say, realize that, we didn't have so much of them in slavery. And the economies boom. We don't need that much. We have over 2 million blacks, Hispanic, Native Indian in prison in America that they can get free labor from. How much did they have under slavery? Only 1 million. So the Most High did not tell us for destruction, just a means of punishment. So these atrocities that is happening unto us, we should cry to God. We should cry to God. But guess what? Dirty hands cannot be raised in prayer. You know that?
Okay.
You can't raise dirty hands in prayer. And when I talk about dirty hands, I don't mean that you should go and sanitize your hand like they're telling you now that will stop COVID. Is it that those who catch COVID did not sanitize their hands?
So,
Is that it? If somebody couple feet away from you up the wind and sneeze, maybe you don't even hear the sneeze, and the wind take that to your direction. You are COVID positive. Well, depending on your resistance, people are getting better from it, are recovering from COVID. But the majority of people, no, it's not the majority dying, the majority are getting better. If 1,000 people catch it, 600 or more, or 700 might get better. But guess what now? What caused the panic? The uncertainty. Because you don't know which one you'll be in. You don't know if you're going to be in the set that get better or the set that die. Because they both go through the same pain. You don't know which one you're going to be in. Hence the panic. Go back to Isaiah again.
function.
Verse 4.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 4. Sinful nation. I indulge in unlawful acts such as
Homosexuality. Or the
child molestation.
Molesting children, whether a boy or a girl, sleeping with another man, sleeping with prostitutes, sleeping with someone, a woman that is already married. All that is sexual fornication. And it's high on Israel's agenda. You know which one high in Jamaica? This is one. You even give him a special name. Mr. Joe Gray. Understand? That is our number one sexual fornication sin. What else we do? Murder. What else? Love bun weed and cigarette.
Specializing on things.
Man, that ham and that bacon And that pork. I pork give it a wrap. Pigtail, trotters. Yeah, man. All the things I'm in here, yeah, man. All who you see pork, them mouth water. Wow. Pot roast pork. Yeah, man, the mouth water. And then we talk about the lobster. And the shrimp. But you know, if you eat lobster and shrimp, you can't cockroach though.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, far too all I like to deal with. They wouldn't eat that, right? Yeah. But they can go on there, banks and so on. You know what? Guess what they were getting? Which crocodile? No man. They're not so good. So they were driving I.S.U.P.K and they stop on them, catching and they were smiling. Yeah, we get these things that we didn't have to buy it.
But sir, as if somebody listening to Iceland, just see the shell.
Yeah, then you know you have oyster sauce, man. Oyster sauce, you know. Yeah, with the sauce. But you also have oyster flavored sauce.
And you know, cooking and not being a sir, man, just cooking and stuff. And just want this good flavor, it's bland. It's live, you know, part more than nothing. It's live.
No cooking, nothing.
I want live something. As soon as you put my eye, the man to put the live something out of the shell like it. And you go stuck it back.
Yeah, that's how they eat oyster. Kind of like the Chinese sushi. Sushi no raw fish. So guess what? If you know that the most I send COVID again to, and we don't have the money now flow like it used to, you're not going to eat no ham again, you know. Yes, man. Hey, you can't afford the ham now, you know. You can't afford the lobster. You can't afford the crab. Where you go back to eat now? Callaloo? Cabbage? your cauliflower, all the vegetables. Yes. You can't afford them things, you know. But this is why most time the most I send a sword against something. Cut the blessing. Why? Bring you back in line. But what use is it if when you bless you again you go right back to do the same thing? So when COVID should have passed and you would have gone back to normal, you're going right back in sin. What is sense in that? All the reveling. You notice right in the time here when COVID there's so much sin gets wiped away. Celebration of Easter. What else? Yeah, man. All those things that you would have done if you had the money and the time. Most I put them on. Even drive by get gone and passed. They do one yesterday in Montego Bay, but they don't hear this word for killing like they had before. You know, I believe all this giving the authorities a little idea. You know, say when COVID passed, we should keep this thing like what we keep crime down. Yeah. The only crime that is pushing up is like breaking. And that is obviously that was expected. Now people will need things. And people breaking into them. But the Most High is telling you that the first cut is COVID. Everybody's drawing their shell. Everybody remember God now. Even the church.
Even though you never know
Even
what
the
you
church
know.
remember God now, huh?
Even though you don't know. When I to that party and I drink and I'm gonna more than I hit the chance. No, they depend, they need it and love.
Yeah, don't let me catch this. Yeah, man. Alright, so I read again. Verse 4, we're reading. Sinful nation, a people of iniquity, children that are corrupters. Hmm? Yes.
Sinful nation, a people laden in iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord.
What do you mean by a seed of evildoers? What is seed? Alright, the simple talking about you coming from your peers. We being descendants of the earlier Israelites, right? Now what did we inherit? Evil. We are a seed of evildoers. Pure evil we do. Why? Because we haven't seek the proper way to serve our God. We want to serve God in the way that the oppressor tell us to do, which is to go and kneel before that, go and kneel before Caesar Borgia. But the moment you do that, you know, anything come out of your mouth after you kneel before Caesar Borgia is null and vital to the Most High. It's not in your talking. Yet we don't have the common sense to reason through all that and see that we should not be doing that.
Forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
Yeah, man. Walking backward like that. So that show you what. Rather than we moving forward in the Most High laws, we're going back. Forget the laws, going back to the days like when we were in Egypt and not following the laws. And he had to sever us from the Egyptians. So you know this time, the severance is going to be a bit different. Yeah. Back in that time, the hardened ones, but this time, not so. Most of the hardened ones will be left behind. Because this time, you ain't walking out. So all is with the chariot beam up. So if for some reason you don't meet the qualifications, the truth can do for a friend. Yeah. Nothing that none of us can do for a friend. But my brethren, this I press the button and let it in, you know. And next thing I know, look at the whole of downtown. Jesus people, me don't want all of them people. And that God don't work like that. Our God doesn't work like that. Huh? Not so this time. 1 to 5 now.
Content. Why should he be stricken anymore? Ye revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faints.
Why should ye be stricken anymore? Why? Is that question? Why should ye be stricken? Look up that word, stricken. S-T-R-I-C-K-E-N. Oh, FPRIC.
KES.
Yeah.
Five participants of strike seriously affected by an undescribable condition or unpleasant feeling. Undescribable condition or unpleasant feeling.
Yeah. Scroll on, look more and look. Let's see. Meaning of chicken, we'll touch that part.
That's the meaning of sickness.
I may have another a better meaning.
Afflicted or overwhelmed by or as by disease,
Right.
misfortune or sorrow.
Exactly. Disease. Afflicted or overwhelmed by what? And he's saying that if he don't do it, if he doesn't do it, then what is going to happen? Read.
Why should he be stricken anymore?
Why is that question? Ask it like a question.
Why should he be stricken anymore?
Why should he be stricken anymore?
He will revolt
because
more.
You will revolt more and more. What is revolt? What revolt means? What does it mean to revolt?
Take violent action against an established government or ruler.
Just like rebellion. You sure that's not rebellion? Take violent action against
Established government or ruler.
Alright, so we revolt. You never want to follow it. Even our kings went as far as to change it at times. If it wasn't for the promise of Christ, we would have lost Judea a long time. But it's all because Christ was already promised from the time of Moses. Christ was promised when he kept. That's why the northern kingdom went out and he kept the southern kingdom so that Christ could come. So as Christ come, what happened? We lost the kingdom. So because we will revolt more and more, the Most High is striking us with disease. It's just a measure of correcting us. I mean, can't catch any one of us. Emphasize that again. Can't catch anybody. And I'm talking about Israel now. Can't catch any one of the Israelites. And you, even if you don't die, they account that these, if I should say, I wonder if she makes. And she put her, she just bawl out to God. And the Most High must be the Most High hear our prayer. But if he's the Most High is sending this on us, if you even find if they even find a vaccine for it, is either the Most High send something worse or vaccine just break out into something else. Mm-hmm. That's how it is. You can't stop the hand of God. Which man have that power? The big bad America. The citizens dying and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay.
So after listening to the president, I realize that even though they have invested trillions of dollars in building the US Army, they still cannot manage the individual.
Man. And look, they build this wall. But how they find a way to go in over the wall so that the Mexicans are protesting them to go back to their country? So because of them building, they know the loophole. I remember about, was it the last Passover? Yes, when they were talking about the wall. and I was in the States, and I was saying to a lot of the brother. As the brother said, they don't want them to build it. And I was saying, I want them to build it. So why you want them to build it? I said, because when the fire start to burn, yeah man, let them stay right there in America and burn. Don't let them flee to Mexico. But they have time before we start seeing them. Alright. Huh?
It's done.
Yeah. Get damaged by hurricane, COVID break loose. Yeah, by that time it will kill the millions of people that it was intended to. Because these are diseases like these normally kill millions. When you have as the world is today fairly modernized, so to speak, and yet they can fight a disease, can use, We did not depend on, when we had our kingdom, we did not depend on vaccine. Cleanliness and the Most High. When you read our accounts of plagues, because these are the plagues, this is plague. The Bible tells about plague, and the plague stricken and wipe out people, and people drop down dead with these things. Virus. When we had plague, it's the prophet who most time go and cry out to God for the nation. Yeah. But if we know, let's say we in the UPK now go and cry out to God to ease up this plague, to what avail? What
Is stricken anymore. Ye will revolt more and more.
that is why most I probably won't even listen to us.
The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint.
Alright. So when you're a young man, there was a time gone when they used to call them ticket. The most I is telling you that the whole head sick. What do you mean by the whole head sick? Talking about the whole body. The way you
There is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and purifying sores.
I got purifying that.
Sorry.
Purifying sore. Full of pus and bloody water. And sickening to look at. This is how the Most High is describing the nation because of our sin. They're like putrefying souls. Lord. I mean, if you eat and you see something like that, you're somewhat upset. Yet this is how the Most High see as sinful. Is sinful. All we want is for things to go back to normal. You remember Prime Minister shut down Easter out there basically, what the people are saying. You should allow them to can go out and celebrate Easter, man. Enjoy themselves. Man, I think Andrew wife is 7 days old. 7 days old celebrate Easter.
Answer.
7 days old celebrate Easter. So Andrew has no qualms in shutting it down. He's righteous in doing so though, because we shouldn't be celebrating Easter. And what would that bring? You're going out to be able to party even for 2 hours. That is only going to increase the chance of the plague spreading. Yeah, this is just one shot being fired in. And guess what? The longer we take to see why these shots are being fired, if the more the shots will be firing, And the closer it's going to get, closer. So this is not a joke thing. And this is not no 5G thing as we hear them talking about. About 5G. So what caused them? The Spanish flu and them, what they call the other one? You had measles, mum, rubella. SARS is just the other day. It's about epidemic that about 30 million people worldwide, that is.
Ebola.
Ebola is just the other day. Ebola not kill no. I don't think Ebola kill 1,000 people. But I think it reach 1,000. Some had it and it got better. But Ebola didn't become a pandemic. This one,
Neither modified with ointment.
what that means? These wounds have not been dressed, not been attended to. Whenever wound like that, they would take it to the doctor and they would squeeze out, they should squeeze out of it. And what? When this doctor applies that pressure to squeeze what is to squeeze out of the wound, and dress it, so to speak. Even good cells die sometimes in doing that. But the Most High is like a sniper. Yeah. He pick out the ones that he want to pick out. Pew, pew. Into COVID. I don't know. Would we say the same thing that we're saying now? Maybe not one. The word, God's word still stands. Even if it is me, even if it is you that fall victim, God's word still stands. Even if it is one of the, God forbid, or even if it is one of the generals, God's word still stands. So it doesn't matter who, his word still stands. He still sends plagues to pick out and snipe out who we want to pick out. Alright? And guess what? You catch it, you catching it, it can't just be a little careless move you make it. Yeah? You're just walking past somebody who have it, and you're so unfortunate that the moment you're passing him, he or she, the moment he sneezes, or cough, or stumble and touch onto you. And guess what? If you stumble, an old lady or an old man, you're going to help them.
Lucky sir, I believe, I beg to differ. I believe when you're in, no, this is the reality of the situation. It should spend at least a few hours in the health system, go to a hospital, and be there for the time and make your observation. They will allow that old man to burst out of it. We're talking about generally in open among our people, not really medical purposes. Oh, because the medical purposes may risk their life to them. You understand?
I hold there and I'm putting them across the room. The first thing you say, so wait, in a year, then we stay home. Where do I road?
Come in, I feel no idea neither.
Right, you see? That's how serious plagues are. That's how serious plagues are. The one lady, she anyway, just remember what is being taught in the truth. Show no fear to COVID. That is not telling you to go and be a fool, but show no fear. Meaning, if you have to help a whole person, do it. Just put on your PPE and sanitize.
Suppose there's no PPE and there's no sanitizer at the time. You still must have that person, you don't necessarily for COVID. Sorry if I ever my mother, I can't help.
So guess what? If you are that scared, you stay in your yard. Stand in your yard.
If even my mother doesn't think they're going to help. Yeah, can't until you call them hospital.
Well, hold on.
And you must come.
You know, she getting it right now. You know, from the time of the Passover, you realize death is always on the outside of your doors. Isn't it? But the virus is out there. Yeah. So if you don't want the death in them to strike you, then stand in your yard.
That's not the Prime Minister said, sir. I'm in your yard.
Yeah. Stay home. Don't bother go there to think you can arm up with some hand sanitizer and PPE. No. Stay home, man. Go out if you have to. A lot of brothers over there on the quarantine. You know. A lot of the classes that you are seeing, you know, like the other day, Sagi had one from undisclosed location. They don't even tell you where it is being kept. Want to come to class. You think you're not going to baptize them? You're not going to make, before, so we find a location where, remember there have been times when, no, we're talking straight up. There have been times in our history we have to hide even in caves to do things. Yeah, baptism don't stop, man. There are times when we risk our life to save our brothers, save our people. So if we have to do that, we will do it. But this time, at this age, it's like the most I say, you hear me? You have been prophesying on the street for 50 years now at the UPK. Take a break. They don't want to hear you. Let me see if they're going to hear me. Yeah. I'm going to hear Commander General said, man, stay home and let the most I do his thing now. You have been out there. We know how to ensure that when it passes, it's not business as usual. It means that we have to go on the road and double up. Challenge these Christians. They have no ground to stand on now. Yes, when you hear me get up on me, say the Lord, I don't know it. Stand up and prove it to me, say no, don't know it. 2,000 years after Christ, and people still dying from a virus that is on the back, that you should not be eating. But what? What are they going to say? No, it's not no bat. It's 5G. That's what the gigantic Christian going to tell you. A man I do this, and I know God. Yeah.
Now, Christian, it goes to show you the hypocrisy of Christianity.
Very much so.
Because there's a Bible that is a perfect by God to the people. Yet we are, they are more quicker to believe something that is circulating in social media or on the internet than to even believe that which is said to them from the Bible.
And I'm more to believe the Bible. Why? It was written for so long. So which one do you more believe?
The Bible.
The Bible has been written over the last book. It's thousands of years old. That's the last found. That's writing by John and the other partner. So if that is so, we believe the older writing. That is what they're trying to tell you because they want to disprove God. And in so doing, keep you the Israelite, your awakening is their death. And they know that. And they wish that you don't be awake, but they can't stop it. They cannot stop me. All right, come again.
Verse 7, sir.
Yeah.
Isaiah 1, verse 7. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire.
How is our country like here in Jamaica now? How is our country desolate? Country desolate. Cities burned with fire. You don't have no literal fire burning down our city now, but yeah.
Concern, like in this, it says, for example, in Jamaica, in the city area, they find that persons are already crying out that cities are not booming anymore. Survival is on the low.
Oh, yeah, so that's a little bit of desolation, but go a little deeper than that.
Okay.
Who own the business in the city? That the Israelites are other nations. The man who sweep the street and do the hustling. When the other nation, like in the seasonal times, when the other nation close their business, we are the ones on the street with buy and sell and so on and so forth. Those?
Okay.
Yeah. But when we had our country, who owned those businesses?
Israel.
Yeah, we owned them. So when we own them and they burn their cities and make it desolate, what did happen at that time? They remove us from the city. I see a Israelite once in the city there, so he was a real estate agent. Remember the other day we were riding when we were in St. Elizabeth and we were going to a certain community and we were looking at the different so that they had there. I was like, okay, red people own that, red people own that. I could look for a certain shops and say, Israelite own that. And by the time we just see either the black woman or a black man walk out the place on the back. You can tell the one that the Israelite is. Why is that so?
Why people take everything we have, but what the just really hold.
Right? The curse, most of the curse, no. Most of the curse. So I'll get on. Even if, well, they use the oppressors to punish us, you know. But even if the most I ease them up a little of you, the curse is so much on you that what? Your people are not going to come and spend with you. They walk past you and go to inspection. Fraud for cheaper money.
Cheaper money and you go back to buy two more cars and then still instead of take it what you save money and buy one good one. You know that.
Right. So we rising out of our dilemma is a conscious effort. It's not a by chance or by the way we're gonna get relief. Or redemption is a conscious effort. It's not by singing and clapping unto no white Jesus and hoping that he's going to come to save you. That is like driving a ladder every day and wishing that it was a bed you were driving. And hoping that one day that ladder is just gonna into a bend.
You know what, sir? Something just comes to my mind just now. You see, like how this business was made in one in China. If you shall just cover Jamaica and take away to all like China, study them and send them back over one. I just kill them and send them back over one.
The most I not partial. That's what I'm trying to tell you, it's not partial. Why should he kill them alone?
Not at all, already did that. China, Or if they ban them at Chinese,
still don't call them. They still don't even call them Jamaican.
They are China. They are China.
Alright, watch this. If the Most High is moving again, sinners. What do you think would happen? Just remember what saved us in Egypt, you know. What saved us? Was it very safe from the death angel because we were sinners? Oh, well, this time it's no different. Just at least this man is trying. They can't start and being like an idiot, don't want to learn. And no matter what you tell him, he tell us, you know, you shouldn't stray from where you learn from your parents. Man, we hear some things this man. You see the things where you learn from your parents and your parents' peers. That's the right thing for you to learn, you know. And from you come up here a year so you forgot church. So how you come now and tell me about I.S.U.P.K? But you know, to my little time here in the UPK, all who have seen gone up against UPK got cut down by the mountain. The last one him get shut out of the country. We don't even know where it is. I don't want to hear your friend there. You don't know. Don't call him a death again.
No way they serve me that. That's straight out of Canada. They have the same thing.
Huh?
They come on to tell a story.
Well, we don't know if you know if you catch it. And guess what? COVID has not passed yet. That's why in September, before them find out cure as early as September.
I didn't think that was fine in September.
As a matter of fact, it's not even a cure. It's a vaccine.
They think that was fine in September.
So maybe they come up with something that they have to continually take, like they will take the pressure medication or the diabetes medication. But if they do that to them, man, Lord of mercy, it's another riches again for the pharmaceutical.
I try to make sense for therefore trying to make the whole last long. The man just was in a country that is situation. I too try to make the last long. Take the player by the no more. In the last long.
Lord of mercy. The Chinese are not last long, so this virus soon gone.
If this last time is a long, if it never make a China, it last long. It's only going to China like long. It has been long. I China make it strong. It will make strong and it last.
Release from where? Release from where?
A China make, but this is good.
China I come from.
And it makes good.
Release. So say release in China is to say that is man do.
Yeah.
While we are telling you that is God did.
And I can make, and it make long, last long.
Alright. Alright. Where are we now? Tell me, you finish with them? No. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire. Your land strangers devour it in your presence.
Alright. How is Jamaica being devoured in our presence?
China take you over. China take over everything.
Well, let's hope that like we say nothing last long. China may not last long. Let's hope that their presence among us won't be that long.
That's why they want to be by the virus. What is it one?
Alright. And that part, yeah, is our land being devoured in our presence by strangers. Strangers coming on your land. Strangers coming to Jamaica, set up business, and tell us, you can't come on the beach.
One. So they just use them little bread. They bring it on to 1 second. They come and they tell the business, they say, me get $1 million, you want, give me business, one. Tomorrow man, they make back $2 million for $1 million.
Yeah, man, it's the same people support him.
And we see him come and combine for him. That's a foolishness, you know. We should not be lazy. I'm going to be hungry. Now we're not close. Everything I'm trying to make you look.
Hello. The presence of the garment industry from China has destroyed our local industry. What first time you want to dress, where you go? You go to dressmaker.
Local.
Who was the dressmaker? Your Israelite sister. And who was the tailor that you would gone to? Your Israelite brother. You never have, did you have any Chinese tailor?
I look at the dressmaker, I look at the tailor, I look at the dress. Might be a big old Chinese dress as well.
With some clothes, as you wash it wash out. Can't wash it 5 times. Have to buy something else, wash it 5 times, right?
I'm trying to say or anything, but we have a lot of persons among us. So that's about Israelite sisters and brothers who are multi talented.
Yeah.
And can build beautiful garments. And
right.
That crowd then is that China and the other races have this mass production. It's almost impossible to compete with them.
Exactly.
And you see that man. But there's no about 3 white anyone, but 3 cheese. That's what I think, this man.
Exactly. So we want to go back to normal. Is only going to enrich your oppressor. So oppress you some more. But I can tell you, when this part, they're coming right back to you for cheap labor to rebuild the rural economy. And then the Most High is going to whip them some more. Coming right back to you, the Israelites, or to us, for cheap labor. And with all kind of promise. In England, you have a lot of doctor and nurses that they say pass on with the COVID-19 advent. What do you think? Normally, what do you think is where do UK recruit when they fall short of medical personnel? Right in the Caribbean. That's how you get the Windrush Society. They have always come to the Caribbean when they fall short of medical personnel and persons to do civil works. Always. But if they want business people, no, they won't come here to recruit. No, they take people from among themselves, right? Yeah, and I'm going to show you. I hope I can find that one. That scripture. I'll show you that we will rise. Not to say after COVID, but in the plagues and things that are coming, those of us who seek to hold fast to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Pray to Christ. Now, we are Christ representatives here on earth. We're going to have to find the UPK in whichever country you are. And cleave unto them, cleave unto us. To be, and I said them because we are in places that I might not be going. And I say us because we are here in Jamaica and close at home, America and Caribbean. So they that are not in the truth will have to find the UPK. Not the what can I say like to call them? Trust me. And those who waiting on the church door to reopen. Yeah, man. Those are the persons who the most. Yeah.
That Jim Williams and them people.
Where are the healers?
Like money a red class and splash onto your heel.
And them pastor what touch people and make them drop.
I'm not sure them and the word of them they can't do miracle. I know what they must be.
Miracle workers in the church. They're under quarantine.
They're online asleep. Anyone that touch me and say, oh, this land that happened to me, I didn't know that come and touch her. Oh, COVID, this happened and that. I choose. I went there one day, I them not tall.
Well, you're not seeing them because they were fakes and liars. First road. They're troublemakers. Yeah, man.
I pass a photo like it to me, and no can't keep tonight, no can't keep.
So, 10.
Isaiah 1 verse 10. Hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto the law of our God, ye people of Gomorrah.
So right here now, the most I like me is the land to what? Sodom and Gomorrah. And we all know what Sodom and Gomorrah was famous for. Homosexuality, yes. Well, sexual fornication. And not only homosexual was there, they make a screwy thing with what? Anything you can move. What? No. You know, the angels. You know, like you see, like some of the I.S.U.P.K brothers and look real dapper in them suit. Yeah, man. You don't see the angels coming looking real dapper. And the first thing I want to do is slap a black man. There were no white angels. There are no white angels. First thing they want to do, sleep with the black man. The most I have to that city, that king city that they destroyed, Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? Sexual fornication, all manner of evil. Yeah. They were so evil that not the most I was interested in their riches. Burn everything and cover it in ash. I don't want anything from it. Alright. That's 10. Give me 1 Samuel 15 and 22.
Hunter. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 32, sir?
22.
22. And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and...
Alright. Every holiday that is what we call biblical holiday, Christmas, Easter. What is sacrifice we make? Unto saying it unto God, the Most High God of Israel. Those are the days when we used to actually kill a ram, kill a lamb, kill an oxen, kill a dog, something like that. So what is it that we are doing now? To sacrifice unto God. God in Jerusalem, we use lamb, saying that it is to God. No man, what sacrifice? They were getting at something. They said in Christmas time we'll gather in. You know what?
Gather, eat, and drink, and
Right. God provided. And if we can put lobster on the Christmas table, oh, the Lord has blessed. You can repaint your house. You can this. And then no Christmas, I'm not going to buy now. So even if you buy a tin of paint, you're still buying some ham. And that is so unlawful. So that's not sacrifice your bun and cheese or your bun and fish.
Fish and bread.
And your Easter dinner. Yes. And you bless it unto God. Well, most I know why you don't want that. Why you don't want it?
Because
Other than to say that the pork is unlawful.
because you said something. It's not.
There's so many things so many things mixed up in Christmas. Like Christmas is on to Caesar's year. It's on to Nimrod. So many different paganism mixed up. The most I got. That the most I got of people has nothing to do with December 20th. More than he made that day also. Nothing to do with that.
But they really say that. If anything, probably said that the day was born.
Yeah. But Nimrod was born on that day. Nimrod never ever read book. That's his birthday.
But they're really sure.
Because I'm not going to say, I don't, they're not sure nothing. Them. Nimrod with the Christmas tree is what they have always been celebrating. So when they move Europe into Christianity, for whatever reason, they use the pagan days to coincide with holidays that should be, well, and there is no high holiday in the Bible that tells us that you should celebrate Christ's birthday. Because there is none that tells us to celebrate any birthday. In fact, it said don't do as the heathen do, and the heathen celebrate birthdays. So this thing when you're celebrating birthday and you get up that day and you feel so nice for yourself and you dress up yourself and blah blah blah. There's not one day that you do that for God. Them tell us don't even bother think of doing it to yourself. You ain't doing it for me. So just always remember, the most I want you to be different from the other. Multitude of your sacrifices unto me, says the Lord. I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and of fat of eagles. So the most I tell you that it does not be like in this day. Alright? Alright, you read First Samuel, give me Ezekiel 18 and 31.
Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 18 and verse 21. But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he has committed, and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die.
Read it again.
But if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he has committed.
And what are the sins that you have there in Jamaica that people need to turn from? Following the dietary laws. Stop eating pork, crab, shrimp, lobster.
Stop worshiping all the
Stop worshipping Caesar Borgia, the Indian god. Shiva. Stop following Shiva. Burning weed and growing your hair like I don't know what. That is worshipping Shiva. That is idolatry. So idolatry is, you know, when you're in the church, you don't see these things, You search and you see about here. What else you see? You see the host of disciples being in another color, being whitewashed. And that is idolatry. Man. When you look at they call him, when you look at Catholicism, as a matter of fact, the Catholicism have open idolatry in their church. You know that? Yeah, in the temple, there was one that they made in America there, and what to do with the church? Yep. All right, that is one. Ezekiel
Ezekiel chapter
31 one. 31? Yeah, 31
no, 21.
31.
Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 31. Cast away from you all your transgressions, whereby ye have transgressed.
Cast away what?
Cast away from you all your transgressions.
All right, so you're saying almost the same thing, like what you heard there. This is telling you now to come out of these sinful ways. Come out of the idolatry. Come out of the weed smoking. Come out of the eating of unclean food. Come out of sexual fornication. Come out of these things. Continue.
And make you a new heart and a new spirit. For why will ye die, O house of Israel?
Why should you die? Mm-hmm.
Says the Lord God.
So that's how you know that the Most High is not happy to see us die of COVID. But your heart is. So you got to turn away and face. Mm-hmm. It's not you the Most High want to kill. You want to kill the oppressor. And when you look how COVID starts, that's true. But because you fall so, you put in the balance and found one thing. Because we have been weighed in the balance and found one thing. We are also getting the beating. Obadiah 1 and 10.
Also, the book of Obadiah. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Yeah. Then the Most High want to kill you. Ourselves, severing ourselves from the Most High to give you this mild, aggressive as you see the better things in international other than COVID-19. You have worse than that. Yeah. And just remember, no man can kill like the Most High. So, don't bother think that the big bad army. Look how much Americans they don't know Trump can fire shot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't never read and from me I go church over more than from me I go church.
Because they would have to reveal your identity to you. So they don't want to do that. So Isaiah, they skip through Isaiah, pick out some things in Isaiah for the majority part. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. They pick out that.
Yeah.
Yes. Because a years now we learned that and we still remember. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
But things like what we are reading now, Isaiah, the first book in Isaiah, that is telling about our nation. We're not reading that.
I really look like me, I read the Bible, I carry Bible, and I read the picture first. I mean, I first me I see this. Obadiah. I first me I read it. Not the one video and just one chapter.
One chapter, and it's all about the destruction of freedom, peace, and
I read the picture first. I show me a first. It's funny. Oh, first I read the Bible, it's funny, and I first me I see this. You see, sir, our pastor read now. And not give you a chance to read. You not give you a chance to skip through and read. You read when you want to read it through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verse, give me 12.
Isaiah 1 verse 12.
Yeah.
Answer. The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 12. When will he come? When will he come to appear before me? Who has required that this at your hand to tread my course?
You come before me, who call you? Who call you for coming from me, come pray? The 13,
Answer. Verse 13.
bringing yourself closer to God. Where you get that from? Bringing yourself closer to stupidity.
I saw that here, and you remember the thing go weird, start everything exit.
I want to, that even radar can't find
The
it.
radar can't find the starting go.
And then burn the weed.
No radar doesn't let that mean the man just have fruit. Gravity that we find in us, it just have floating, can't drop that. It just have float. That's where it goes off. You don't want no way there, no. You can't reach back for it, I think. You know, it's about carrot. If it's up there, you have to watch.
Alright. Give me 14.
Answer. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 14. Your new moons and your appointed feasts my soul hated.
Right. So these are the holidays that we have in. Yes, continue.
They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them.
Right. That's the most I don't like. 1 to 15.
Answer. And when you spread forth your hands, I will hide mine eyes from you. Yes. When you make many prayers, I will not hear you. Sorry, talking. I will not hear. Your hands are full of blood.
When you spread forth your hand, because sinner. And it's not so much that you're a sinner, but you're going so deep in idolatry, eating the wrong thing, giving your children unto other nations, giving your children hand in marriage to other nations. The most I don't like these things. We hate these things. I will hide mine eyes from you. Yea, when you make many prayers, and go down on your knees and your eyes, because your hands are full of blood. How is your hand full of blood? If you murder somebody and I was there when you do it, and I pass the knife to give you, and I give you the task, yes man, I'm not saying the boy to death, man. What that make me? So the pastor up there preaching and talking and carrying on, and you're there with Sunday supporting him. That makes you what? You're a partner in crime. You are the pastor's partner in crime. So he's guilty, so are you. Yeah. That is why the most I want you to come out of the system. This after you die. All right. So the pastor, look at the people over our church. You have the pastor, the drug dealer in the tune. The abortionist, the murderer, the gunman, the tell gangster man in the community about UPK. I said, man, they only got me know I only got me know the God we hear in that church, but in that church, you know. So I tell us how the gunman a Christian.
Answer.
You know, Christian mind is just like like the person who go to church. When they decide, why you know what time to put on the gun? Where they go?
Church.
Church. Why?
What's that? The funny
That's where most of them grew up.
The funny thing about it, when I be at church and you say a Christian, pastor preach and say, don't say a Christian, everybody born as a Christian, say a child of God. That means everything say
You
a
should
child of
ask him
God.
to show you in the Bible, child of God.
You say a child of God, don't say a Christian, say a child of God.
Not child of God in the Bible. That is such a lie that they're telling you. Alright. Give me go down to 16 now.
Answer. 16. Wash you, make you clean. Put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes. Cease to do evil.
What do you mean by wash?
Does this washing relate to be cleansed by the word?
Alright. Yeah, nice shot. Good. Washing is generally what? Washing in water, bathing. Right. So this was written before, but when Christ came, he was supposed to stop. So wash you, make you clean. This is cleansing. You actually know by making yourself clean what to do. You don't say wash yourself clean in water, you know. It says put away the evil of your
Doing.
or is it the evil of your saying?
Of your doing.
Your doing. So it is what that you do that offends God. Christ put it a little further and show no action. So don't go and murder people and believe that you can be saved. Put away the action. Stop murdering people. Stop eating pork, crab, shrimp, lobster. Stop smoking weed. Stop. Come out of Rastafarianism. That's foolishness. Come out of the church. Join the truth. Come back to your people. Come back to the Most High God of Israel. The way that you should. And not under the guise of any other God. Not under the guise of Caesar Borgia. Not under the guise of the Muslim. And you know, Muslim is, there's a lot of Muslim out here. But they hide.
You don't live in church.
Yes. And yet today I've never seen anyone who
Just run over there.
can run over it. And guess what? They're all under quarantine now. All these other gods. They're under quarantine.
You so curious, that's how we can know this as marriage. Just say, no one go over there, just the way you go over there. You know how they say
But
it.
I satisfy that curiosity. Alright, that's what where are we now?
Answer. You just read 16, you are 17.
Read 17.
Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed.
Remember, I seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless. Plead for the widow. All this is brotherhood, you know. You come in the truth, you're trying to do good, isn't it? You're seeking judgment. What is that? What is judgment? Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless. What do you mean by judge the fatherless? So he has no one to do what? To guide him. So he's telling you to stand in that gap. From the father to the fatherless. And you relieve the oppressed, or you relieve the oppressed. You have to go to bed hungry tonight, it's all because they are oppressed. You can't give them the night dinner. Give them. You ever know, all time people are starting from Mangala, they turn on bite you, but you're not to put your hand anymore to the feeding. Can't feed them. Do it under the school. You find yourself with something that you want to give somebody rather than to say, I am going to give this to so and so. Get to the school. Say it's the UPK that is feeding this person. In that way, the Mangala won't turn on and bite you. Give me John 17 and 17.
Constant. John chapter 17, verse 17. Sacrifice them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Sacrifice them.
Son, sanctify them through. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Well, that is how you change the person. It's not the water that you go and dip in. The baptize a woman, when come up on a wet woman. The baptize a liar, come up as a wet liar. The baptize a prostitute, she's just a wet prostitute. But you speak the word unto them and get them to change. Then they are a changed person. It's the word that changes. You wonder, how is it that you are playing with all the wrong things that you are not supposed to do? Can't be by it just happen. Coincidence, it can't be just coincidence. That's what the person allowed. I'm allow you to smoke weed, be a drunkard, they allow you to can take drugs. Yeah, it's just not made in America. And the few that is made in America, maybe not still not made in the black, Hispanics, and Native American Indian community. Yet these communities are flooded with it. It's just like we and the guns. Our communities are flooded with guns. And it's not made out yet. It's what the oppressor alone. That is why you read Obadiah for thy violence against thy brother. Allows to happen. That he pushes on you. I think allowed to happen. Push them on you. How Jamaica got so violent? 1980 election. Regime was changed, but the guns didn't go out. Guns still there. And with the dead gun, and the gun still there. That piece of machine, you know, once you hide him properly, you're going to stick around. All right, give me Isaiah. Go back to Isaiah.
Reason together. Says the Lord.
So the Most High is willing to talk. Come now, let us reason together. So the Most High is willing to speak to Israel. Continue.
Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow.
The Most High is pleading to you. Though your sins are as sinful as they look, I'll wash them away. Yet still I get the impression that it is because you're baptized, so your sins are no longer like crimson and so on. Don't. That was taking place long before Christ. Continue.
Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool.
Now this was Isaiah. Yeah. So don't believe that is the water baptism going to the same thing that changes them, because the changing of the action, same thing changing now. It hot, that it might come across you forcefully or come across to you harsh, harsher than your father would talk to you. Or I know something you really want to hear now because you really want to do what you want to do. But Israel don't operate that way. Israel does not operate that way. It's not what 19.
Verse 19. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land.
Mm-hmm. So are we eating the good of the land in Jamaica?
Right.
So that means we are not willing and obedient. That is why we are eating the scrap seeds. If it wasn't things that we eat, that we get to eat out there that is not from the farms. If it wasn't for the farms out there, we wouldn't be eating good enough. Yeah. I get the what left after the chicken, how many days old? The what left part of the turkey, how many days old? The what left part of the fish, and all the other meat. It's back. You know, it's part of the fish at the back. And after they make the fillet, you know, and then they put piece of meat that leave on the thing, the bone. So because we are not being obedient to the Most High, and COVID passed, and we're still not obedient, you know, I don't think we'll ever go back to business as usual. It's either people going to start to wake up or start dying more. Yeah, and with all the vaccine, and come back worse. Yeah. Next thing you hear, though, there's a COVID-19 plus one more. COVID 20 or 21.
People say being a lawyer, people say when you can use it, it's not normal, it's a gender party and this and that. Yeah. They're still afraid
Not seeking to change. Because they don't know better. Why they don't know better? Give me Proverbs 1 and 25.
Continue. The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 25.
All right. So, all the counseling that the Most High has provided for Israel, the Israelites set it at naught, not listening. UPK have been around 1969. UPK by now should have a country running. But what? No, the people don't want to hear the truth. Don't want to hear nothing God have to say. Man, the way I tell me about man, sin sweet man. That's what they're saying indirectly, you know. You want? You see what you are saying? I know for today, you know. That I feel 20 years down the line and we're ready to go carry the carcass to go serve God. Shrivel up and I know what I do. I'm going to, what they do, they're going to church now. They're trying to serve God now, I'm going to church now. And all they do with the carcass is start trouble and obstacle to young people.
If you know young girl, if you go by the street, yeah.
And to go by the street, I want it. Everything you come up with, they shoot.
You let them say that the sanitary book. You're not see young. You're not know nothing.
Yes, and when they're young, then they're not trying to serve God. But in the truth, being in the truth in the UPK, you know, there's so many young men you see. Yeah, man, there's not no carcass coming in. Young, vibrant persons can go on the road. Young, vibrant warriors that can go on the street and prophesy to the wind. I know, we are say that, you know, trust me, you go on the street now, it's really the wind they prophesy into, you know. Nobody's out there. Really the wind we're prophesying to right now. All right, give me 26.
Hunter, Proverbs chapter 1 verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamities.
So that's what God is all good. God is good.
All the time.
All the time, God is good.
Read what him said here. Read what him said here.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
Yeah, man. You see, God can laugh too, you know. And what's the calamity? Just like what we're going through now. So you know the Most High is laughing at us. Continue.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
He will what?
Mock when your fear cometh.
So you afraid of COVID-19, the Most High laughing at you and mocking you. Go on. Go outside, man. You can go outside, man. Him having fun now. Continue.
I will mock when your fear cometh, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you.
That's the time he's going to mock you, you know. And that's the time you think you need God most, don't you? Alright, continue. Going up to 29.
Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Alright. They didn't choose to serve God. They knew him, so they know how to fear him. They get knowledge. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 61.
Contrary.
So in case now they find they probably will find a cure. Scientists say that they should have a vaccine by September. And I'm telling you this. But they better make those in Israelites better wake up. Or COVID-19 is going to turn to COVID-20. Meaning that one we're looking with something worse. Read what that says.
Contrary.
And this was written from the time when Moses had us in the wilderness.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee.
COVID-19 is in the Bible. Ebola not in the Bible. SARS not in the Bible. Diabetes not in the Bible. Cancer not in the Bible. So COVID-19 is just another addition. He has many more in his arsenal. So the longer we, and guess what? He will not continue to back and forth with us. So one of these days, he will just unleash those bombs and just totally destroy the place. There's a lot, 14 million jobs lost since COVID-19. And it's not even 4 months. When it touches this region, about January, February, imagine we have to go through this another 6 months. You're looking at famine. You're looking at not rumors of war, but real war. You're looking at war. You're looking at more pestilence because when you can't pay the bill, Water Commission says, we're not going to cut off the water until COVID passes. 6 months from now, COVID still not pass. I'm going to say, why are you can't hold on to this now? You want some money. Cut light, cut water, cut this, cut that. When the services start to go, especially the water, you have more pestilence to deal with, more disease outbreak. I remember the last hurricane that hit us so hard that we did start to have a cholera outbreak. And it was one of those red personality that said, no, we are better than this. They call up the backside company. Some of the hardest hit areas didn't have any water because they couldn't restore power fast enough. So they get, I think digital went on board too. All they needed was generators. So all they did, they just get the generators in this place and start to pump back water. And people have water to wash away filth so that the disease don't overrun us. Well, imagine you're in a situation where these big companies now get hit. Can't help you. And and these companies can't help you. What do you think is going to happen? Hmm? Oh, great. Continuing. Verse what you I can cover now.
Verse 62.
What?
Deuteronomy 28, verse 62.
1. I'm just going to 26.
The book of Isaiah 1 and verse 26. And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterwards thou shalt be called
So
righteousness, the faithful city.
Exactly. So there's restoration. The Most High is not going to put a full end of us. But just like you panic with COVID-19, you don't know if you're going to be in that which he is going to put aside.
Wow.
I think it's clear now that the church is not it.
God.
You need another proof.
Yeah.
If you need another proof, we're going to get something hotter. The famine to come is going to be worse. Yeah. I'm not preaching on anything on anybody, but I mean, if the economy get knocked, if people lose it, I'm not getting that. A World Health Organization start put together food, but they say, boy, they don't have enough food for that. In the same way these first world countries didn't have enough things put together for COVID-19, families the same way. Same way. But what? This being saved from this famine won't require you to have a job. Just be the truth. Thing we have learned in the UPK, and at this time, our general, Leon have several feathers in his hat now. Yep. If you know the history of when it went right down and he stand the ground to bring it back. Yeah, man. We have the feathers, not just a feather in his hat. The feathers, just like the American Indians. Feathers in his hat. All this. Right, because he made a stand for truth. And that has paid off, or is paying off, because it's not finished yet. The story is still being still writing. It's not finished yet. Exodus 23 and 22.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 22. But if then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries.
Mm-hmm. So the Most I want to kill your enemies. Did you know that he made a promise to be an enemy to your enemies? And an adversary to your adversaries? Hmm?
Contrary.
Where did COVID start?
Mm-hmm.
Right in your one of your oppressor fingers. So it's not you wanted to kill. Want to kill the adversary, but what? We keep jumping in the way. We keep getting in the way because we love into what we are. But in any case, we keep getting in the way. And Moses doesn't want us to be in the way.
Verse 16.
What?
Isaiah 9, verse 16.
Yeah.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Very church leaders and leaders who are leading you to other religions. Huh? But we here in the truth, we still have a true and living God. It is representative on earth and the body of commanding General YAHANNA, who is the one man under Christ to be who we are to look up to. Where's the proof of that? Let's see what Revelation 11 and 11 says.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them who saw them.
As Israelite, your duty is not so much to go and find a job now, but to how you can do your own business. That's what the most I want. That is there in your word as well.
Saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Right. Only the UPK have the truth. And with that I said, one, long live our general. Who have stood for the truth until this day. So much so that we can come and to face it and to not go down with this evil and wretched world. Alright, we have no priest and officer to pass the class over to. So with that, we ask that you pay your tithes. Your tithes go to good works. Go on to ISUPK.com. I don't remember the cash app go there. There's a cash app, you know. But if you go to ISUPK.com, you'll see the tithe button. Pay some money to the truth. That's what is going to feed the people at this time. Because we do feed people. Central, I don't even think that's the way, but it's central in America. And it's spread out. So we're going to have to, maybe that's when the most I'm going to have to step in and teach the generals again how to make 5 barley loaves and 2 fish feed a multitude. You know all those is coming back now. Yeah, man. He promised a restoration. That those things where we used to perform. Ain't it? Yes. And we are still able to continue the baptism, continue